Boom. Whoa, whoa. Spoilers. I can't. Back to the intro. Boom! What's going on, guys? How's everyone doing today? Always great to start a brand new stream as of 5 seconds ago. Listen, you guys saw the title, you guys saw the tweets, you saw the YouTube community post, whatever you saw. We are going to be discussing today who is the most buffed and most nerfed in Season 5. And the only way I know how, and that is to delegate all thinking and responsibility over to Twitch chat. The Street Fighter 5 servers are down, can't really play right now, but we might as well do what content creators do, and that is make tier lists. That said, this is what I cooked up. We will be placing the cast into these categories. Very buffed, sort of buffed, same/adjusted, sort of nerfed, and very nerfed. Twitch chat, you guys will decide what category they belong in. We'll do a quick run through right now of the voting process. Brian F. Is Brian F very buffed, kind of buffed, same, kind of nerfed, or very nerfed? And I see that everyone, I don't think you guys really understand. A lot of you are kind of, you're hitting the wrong. Okay, I mean, you'll get the hang of it. You'll get the hang of it. That didn't go so well. I feel like a lot of you got kind of mixed up there, but you'll get the hang of it. First character, Ryu. I mean, you can just see from the patch notes themselves that Ryu has a ton of changes. I'm not going to go through this 10-paragraph essay here. Persuasive argument. The big thing to me, more plus frames on standing medium punch, so better block strings and frame traps. Standing heavy punch, it can now be special canceled. Very strong pressure tool, it hit confirmable into big damage. Crouching medium kick, it's a real low forward, 7 frame to 6 frames, super fast, hit confirmable. Sweep, Ryu's love the sweep and they buffed it to 7 frame startup. We've already seen this move so much and we're going to see it more. You've seen them everywhere. You know the deal. Now vote. It doesn't seem like we're going to have any challenges. Okay, you really cannot be pressing 5 here. We'll call it here. That is a very buffed indeed. So we have our first results. Ryu is going to be in the very buffed category. Congrats to Ryu players everywhere. Nash. I'm going to be real. I don't even know what they changed about Nash besides this one. This one is huge to me. Standing light kick. Change startup from 4 frame to 3 frame. I mean, if you have a 4 frame normal as your fastest light, you are kind of like a second class citizen. You have a completely different set of frame traps, meaty setups, oaky setups that you have to worry about. Now Nash doesn't have to take that shit anymore. Looks like kind of buffed is the clear winner here. The first kind of buff of the evening, Cammy. Short and sweet with this one. This is a funny trend where Capcom has a few characters that have pretty much irrelevant V-Trigger 2s and they're buffing them, but I still don't see anyone picking these up. So I feel like this is not going to make a difference. Everyone's going to pick V-Trigger 1. Do you guys think she's the same? I kind of agree. If anything, I feel like she's a little bit buffed. I think she works around V-Shift very well. Ken. Ryu got 3 pages of buffs. Ken got almost a page of adjustments. Does any of this matter at all? Kind of buffed? Interesting. He is kind of buffed, but sometimes buffs are just things you write down on paper. Do they actually lead to anything? You guys went with kind of buffed. I heard from Twitter that Ken is useless and he got nothing out of this patch. Acting like chat knows. Chat knows all. They're the ones deciding. I don't know anything here. Let's keep it moving. Rashid. Have you guys ever heard of Sankaku Tobi before right now? As the wall jumps, right, the wall jumps. Yes, I mean, that's a universal change. All the characters which have these wall jump moves are in a counter hittable state. So that makes sense. You can, if you get the punish on it, you can juggle. So we're looking at the first potential kind of nerfed one right here. V-shift in the wall bounce, nerf hurt him hard. Interesting. Delete Rashid with a kind of nerfed Rashid. He's been kind of nerfed for a while. He's been kind of nerfed from top 1 to top 3. But maybe this is the one to do him in. I don't know. These feel pretty minor. Sort of nerfed. The first nerf of the evening. Now Laura, this piece of crap character. Now, let's not be biased here, but yes, we have Laura, this piece of crap character here. EX Bolt charge. Shortened startup from 14 frames to 12 frame. I feel like Capcom is just laughing at me because I was actually mentioning this right before this patch, how I felt like EX Bolt moves so fast. Like it's unbelievably fast, and they actually made it faster. So before, if she did jab, she would have to go into the regular elbow, which didn't give a knockdown. This is where I'm shocked. Level 1 and 2 Thunderclap, reduced recovery by 2 frames, reduced recovery time on hit, change active frames from 40 to 45. Now, most people didn't challenge this on block anyways, but it's actually plus now. I don't know how much V-shift affects her yet. Did Idom say 5? Oh, why have I not banned Idom from my chat yet? Idom voting 5, of course. Idom says V-shift ruined her. Maybe. I feel like the buff she got might not help with any other matchups, but they directly hurt the Balrog matchup really bad. Sort of buffed, according to Twitch chat. Dhalsim. Hold up. I don't think he's that nerfed. That's for you, Art. I don't believe it. That's my personal opinion. I don't believe it yet. This is the big one. Yoga Float V-Skill 1 and Airborne version now enters a special counterable state between the move's beginning and landing. This will allow people to get pretty good punishes. However, the utility of the move doesn't change. There's just more risk for it. Does V-Shift help Sim? Does that make up for it? His big problem before was defense, right? Now he has the defensive option. Were they trying to balance him out with that in mind? It's decided. Sim is just kind of nerfed. Twitch chat knows all. Call me calloused and uncaring. Sometimes I feel like I'm dumb. Like I'm thinking about it and I'm like, how many times do people actually get the float punished? When I play against Dhalsims, they do it at heights where I can't reach them. I think in the end, we'll see some very interesting punishes, but I don't think it's going to be an unusable move. I think Dhalsims will continue to use it very often in very many matchups, but every once in a while when they actually miss space, they get to aggro or use it incorrectly, they'll get punished. I don't know. I could be wrong. Sim is sort of nerfed. Twitch chat decided. Alex. A lot of changes to this guy. Forward and backward walk, increase movement speed. I feel like anytime you increase walk speed, that's always a powerful buff. He has more grab range on both forward and back throw, frame advantage buffs, new combo routes, and buffer options. Of course, it wouldn't be a patch without a Lariat buff, but this time Alex has other buffs to go with it. Now, this one's pretty big. Extended grab range on both light, medium, and EX command grab. So he actually has like real grappler command grab range. V-Trigger 2, they extended the V-Timer, so you get a lot more uses out of it, and you have a lot longer to use it. Big buff for solid methodical play, along with all the other degenerate options that Alex now has. Wow, you guys are unanimously going with very buffed. I don't know if this will catapult him up the tier list or not, but definitely much improved from where he was before. I don't think he's a meme. I think you gotta legitimately be careful with this character. All right, Guile. Have you guys seen Guile? Where's Guile been? Maybe that has something to do with the changes. Here's the big one. Sonic Boom. Change frame advantage on block from +2 to 0. This one is huge to me. This alters so many of Guile's bread and butter block strings that he's been using since release. Jab, boom, jab, medium, boom. You know, there's so many sequences that are just built around this boom being plus. But this feels pretty significant to limit his pressure up close. Kind of nerfed. Well-deserved nerfs. Wow. Am I the only one with sympathy for Guile? Because I play Balrog and Balrog kind of smokes Guile. What is it like to lose to Guile, Chad? You guys got to let me know. Do you guys think he's kind of nerfed? I agree. I think that Sonic Boom change is pretty huge. The V-Skill changed, Sobat nerf changed. No one's very nerfed yet. Interesting. You guys don't have enough sympathy for Dhalsim and Guile. Balrog, okay. Woo, 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 woo. Balrog, let's go. The game plan still feels mostly the same. So what do you guys think? You guys say kind of buffed. I think he's kind of buffed. He's in between very buffed and kind of buffed to me. I'm kind of scared for when I go to a tournament and someone V-shifts my dash straight and destroys me. -4 is fun until someone blows me up for it. Juri, what changed with this character? All right, I'm losing interest here. I'm just gonna have you guys vote. You guys tell me. I'm done reading these Japanese move names. I don't know what they're saying. Apparently, Juri is extremely kind of buffed. You know, she really got some nice changes to her Fuharin Kyaku and her Fuha Enzan and the Sakai Fuhazin. It's looking like a real threat this season. Congratulations, Juri. Kind of buffed. Urien. Urien was like the biggest winner for Champion Edition. So what did they change? EX Dangerous Headbutt. Increase frame advantage on whiff from 29 frame to 34 frame. Huh. 5 more frames of recovery on that. Oh, they nerfed the V-Skill 2 Fireball? What? I can challenge after this? No one mentioned this. Urien players were glossing over this and they want me to not read this in the patch notes. Aegis Reflector will no longer throw a projectile if hit before the projectile forms. It's definitely a nerf. Aegis won't sit out there forever. V-Trigger 2. Yeah, let's just skip over that. How do you guys feel about Urien? Seems to be a battle between same and kind of nerfed. Are you guys voting same because even though he actually is kind of nerfed, you still feel like he's too cheap and you're scarred from him for all the years of abuse and you just want him to not be able to downplay his character? I feel you on that one. He's kind of nerfed. You got to admit it. He's still going to be very strong as my prediction. Kolin V-Trigger 2. Reduced V-Timer from 2,800 frames to 2,500 frames. Good. Normal and special punches now decrease the V-Timer on hit or block. Kolins would just pop V-Trigger and then have the best neutral in the world where all they would do is spam heavy punch because if you tried to play the game which you had V-Trigger 2 active, you would just explode. They can't do that forever now. Is that V-Trigger nerf alone enough to alter how you guys feel about it? You guys voted for same? You guys are capping. I mean, that's definitely a nerf. I'll put her to same, but you guys know that you're just scarred from being smoked by V-Trigger 2. Abigail. Man, Abigail is always getting buffed and nerfed and nerfed and buffed. Oh man, I just see right off the bat. 4 Hurtbox extensions. All well deserved. More whiff punishability, new ways to get into V-Trigger 1, and also V-Shift. Him and Gief I think it hit with V-Shift pretty hard. Seems like this time it's mostly just nerfs. Kinda nerfed. No one is very nerfed. You guys are going soft. Maybe Capcom went soft on this patch. Zeku, I've heard some rumblings that Zeku's got the juice these days. Let's take a look here. Light Graham added throw invincibility for the 1st to 5th frames. What? Oh, they removed the throw invincibility from the medium version and gave it to the light one. Okay, I've never seen this used. Graham is DP? Wait, what? Graham-ban is DP. Why would they name... Wait, what is his projectile kit called? They're all Grahams? Bro, forget this. You guys vote on it. Kind of buffed. Apparently you guys can read this and understand the message that Capcom is laying down. Falke. This one's pretty huge. Psycho Fetter. Increase the projectile speed. Increase the character's falling speed. She has new ways to set up pressure and get combo conversions from the air fireball, so it seems pretty powerful. Some other changes in here, but I'll let you guys tell me what's good. The most noticeable thing to me is definitely the air fireball change. All right, she's very buffed. She joins Ryu, Alex, and the very buffed tier. And weren't these like most people's bottom 3? Capcom actually paid attention a little bit. Cody. Bad spray changes. I heard this is pretty big. Change relative attack strength from light to heavy and change the frame advantage on hit from +2 to +5. Bad spray is Cody's Quick Rise 3-frame option. Your setups that you have to beat Quick Rise 3-frame jab are actually going to lose against this move. This is actually really difficult to stop. You're going to have to find actual meaties that hit Cody before frame 3. Very buffed. Huh. I didn't realize Cody and Falke would be up there. Up he goes into the very buffed category. G. So this one I actually know what's going on a little bit. Kinda nerfed. I agree. I think he's kind of nerfed overall. I think this is one of those matchups where when people start improving, they will realize that they can punish the fireball game. Kind of nerfed, still very good. Sagat. For both the high and the low tiger shots, increases speed. The heavy version. So the Kara Tiger Knee specifically are sped up. Interesting. Tiger Knee has better advantage on block. Yeah, seems like a lot more utility. Wait a minute, is that a tie? All right, you got 30 seconds. 1 or 2. Very buffed or kind of buffed. 3, 2, 1. By 1 vote, very buffed. The people have spoken. Poison. Medium EX heart rate change from +2 on block to +1. What this means is you're starting to see a lot more people when they do the EX heart rate, instead of doing crouching light kick jab into a conversion, they do standing light punch. But what this opens up the mind game is it lets you walk backwards because she doesn't have a low confirm that will beat 3 frames anymore. This used to be just checkmate for so many people. So a lot of damage nerfs, plus frames reduced, and can't really anti-air cross-ups. Looks like she's kind of nerfed. That's what I would pick. I don't think her entire game plan is changing, so it's not like a drastic nerf to the way she plays, but there's a lot of small nerfs that are adding up to something here, so there's no way you could argue that she's the same. So we will place her in the kind of nerfed category. E-Honda. Where does the new combo route come from? Oh, that's from this. From Sumo Headbutt, increased knockback time on hit. Oh, see, they just slide it in there. They don't tell you. After Heavy Punch Headbutt in the corner, he can juggle hands into EX Butt Splash. So yeah, he's the moving wall, and he also has a lot more ways to get big damage and mix you up. So there's definitely ways to V-shift and nullify this control from Honda in some situations, but he also gets V-shift himself. Only Honda players hitting that 2 button. Wow, word. Pretty resounding, very buffed. Do I think they went to adjust Honda for V-shift? No, they saw Daigo using Honda and having fun, and they were like, we want more of that. Lucia, who? Oh yeah, she can do 2 lights into a real tick throw now, so that's extremely powerful. Easier combo conversions with her special moves. All right, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know enough about these moves to even begin to assess how they've been changed. That's what I got you guys for. Play the James Chen clip. That's why they gave her the buff. All right, kind of buffed. Congrats to Lucia mains. Gill. A lot of people considered Gill to be one of the worst characters in the game, which I felt was kind of ridiculous. Health and stun buffed. Okay, fair enough. Crouching medium punch. Change frame advantage on hit from +2 to +4. That sounds great. Okay, so more combo routes, pressure, and easier ways to get Oki. Sounds like what he needed. His problem was consistency from individual hits from pressing the advantage and relying only on V-Trigger comebacks. But is that a big buff or a small buff? What do you guys think? All right, kind of buffed. The last character, Seth. Looks like Seth is just kind of nerfed. That's what I would go with. Seth is still Seth. You just can't abuse Axe Kick brainlessly as much as before. Seth will still be a good character, just with a little bit of extra risk involved. All right. that's it. We did it. This is the final chart for who is the most buffed and nerfed. No one was very nerfed. However, I did want to have one bonus round. Biggest winner, biggest loser. We'll start with the biggest winner of this patch. Ryu, the biggest winner? No contest. Ryu by a landslide. You cannot go with anything else here. Since season 1, Ryu has been hit bad patch by patch, and now at the end, Ryu mains rejoice. That said, someone has to get hit with the nerf hammer. Who is the biggest loser of this patch? It is neck and neck right now. Wow, Guile by 1 vote. All right, runoff it is. I agree. Dhalsim by 2 votes. Wow, just put them both. Yeah, I'm down. You're right. Screw it. All of you are losers. Woo! Don't worry. All right, chat. Thank you so much for helping me decide and do the thinking for me for who is buffed and who is nerfed in this patch. And listen, if you're on YouTube right now watching this, make sure to subscribe to the video if Twitch chat told you what to think and form your opinions for you as well, because we all know we need the hive mind to tell us what to do. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Yay. Thank you.